man once said, "The will to win, the desire to succeed,
What takes guts is to put yourself on the line.
the urge to reach your full potential.
A leader makes the way.
These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence." Success Resources is the world's leading events promoter of business, personal development, and wealth creation programs. For over 30 years, we've helped over 10 million people across 30 countries unlock their full potential. From North America to Europe to Africa to Asia to Oceania, we are the key to your personal success. We open the door to the world's best speakers such as Anthony Robbins, Sir Richard Branson, Robert Kiyosaki, and T. Harv Eker, to name a few. Praised by Donald Trump for being the world's best, we have over 500 events a year and access to the greatest thinkers, achievers, and motivators of our time. We guide you to the success that lies in every one of us.
But you will not discover your greatness in your comfort zone.
You have to have confidence in yourself.
We have never really truly reached our destination. There's always another level to strive for. Your best is yet to come. Success Resources, your learning partners.
Hello, everyone, wherever you are, whatever you are doing. Wish you a wonderful week ahead. Bitcoin is still moving sideways around 30,000, roughly. It has already been 9 weeks in a row, kind of almost like a record that Bitcoin is in this situation, in the history of Bitcoin. Now, we have also got Luna and Terra 2.0. We talked about this last week, the crash last week. So we have a lot to discuss today. My name is Richard Tan from Success Resources. We are the world leading education provider. Every week on Monday, this is streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be making videos tracking the incredible journey of Bitcoin to 100,000. Inevitably, we will be there. So if this is the same journey you like to follow, make sure you subscribe to our channel, smash the thumbs up button, and follow us on this channel. Click the notification bell so whenever we have a video, you are the first to know. Now, I'm very delighted to bring my very hardworking friend and many of our teachers, Dr. Clemen Chiang, to the program. He is an authority in financial investing and no stranger to many of you because he has thousands of students all over the world teaching them in the art of wealth creation. Welcome, Dr. Clemen.
Hello, Richard. Welcome back to the grind. We are back on Monday, Memorial Day, and we are very, very soon stepping into the month of June, and so much things has happened just in the month of May itself. We got a lot of things to talk about today. Welcome back.
Wow, time really flies, man. We are talking about beginning of the year. Now we are in the middle of the year, man. Soon will be the end of the year. Soon 2022 will be over. So let's really make full use of it. Now, Dr. Clemen, Bitcoin has been moving sideways around 30,000. It has been 9 weeks in a row. We also have Luna and Terra, Dukun, wanting to revive this Luna and UST, right? So we have lots to talk about, but let's start off with the richest man in the world. Recently in an interview, Elon Musk said this, we are actually approaching recession. But then he added the next statement, and it's actually a good thing. So Dr. Clemen, my question to you is, why is the richest man in the world saying that we are approaching a recession? And especially the last part, it is a good thing. So is there any wisdom that we can learn from his statement?
Yes, absolutely, Richard. This is a profound words. In fact, it's backed by data. I'm going to show all of our viewers the salient points. So let's dive into this article itself. Elon Musk, we are approaching a recession, but it's actually a good thing. And follow on by the tweet found right here. And he went on to explain, yes, but this is actually a good thing. It has been raining money on fools for too long. Some bankruptcies need to happen. Also, all the COVID stay-at-home stuff has tricked people into thinking that you don't actually need to work hard. Rude awakening inbound. Well said. And there are three things that we can take away from this profound speech or profound tweet made by Elon Musk. I'm going to bring all of us to take a look at what is defined as an inverted yield curve. This is many books have been written about this, has been talked about almost everywhere across the planet. And most of you probably come across it from mainstream media, social media, and you heard this word inverted yield curve, but you don't really actually understand what it means. So I want to take this opportunity to explain to all of us right here, this is what you physically, visually see on what is defined as an inverted yield curve. All right, so here we go. What we do is we take the 10-year treasury note minus the 2-year treasury note, and in the event it turns negative, that means the inversion has taken place. So I'm going to kind of spotlight right there, and we draw a horizontal line across the zero line, what we define as a negative line. All right, so this happened right here, and on the day that this took place was defined as 1st April 2022, just last month, not too far ago. All right, so this has been a proven barometer over the last 100 years. Every time an inversion of the yield curve has taken place, recession will follow. But the good news is that it will not follow immediately. It's not like next day, next month, next week, next quarter. No. It typically spans out over a period of 18 to 24 months. So if we really go about measuring 1st of April and we add like 18 to 24 months, so let's do our addition, right? April this year to April next year, 2023, that's 12 months already. May, June, July, August, September, October, that's 18 months. So we are looking effectively or technically by 18 months, the count starts from October next year, October 2023. And in fact, I just covered this very important point. October 2023 is exactly 1 year before the presidential election of United States of America. That's happening in November 2024. So we kind of been caught up in a really interesting time frame, because typically 1 year counting down to the presidential election year, that is the year where the incumbent administration will really dole out so many goodies, create so many projects to kind of drive up the economy in order to win votes. And at the same time, you're dealing with this inversion of the yield curve. So let me flip back right over here to Elon Musk. I think typically we want to read his message kind of defined as cryptic or mystic. So over here, he say some bankruptcies need to happen. And you know, he's talking about who? Typically against his competitors, especially those who are into the EV space. If they can't execute well, they're going to go bankrupt. Very simple. All right. And he's also talking about, I think at the back of his mind, the target company that he wanted to acquire very much, that's none other than Twitter. The price of Twitter has gone down. And as the prices keep going down, his competitive advantage for Tesla keeps going up. That is granted. That is really gorgeous for him. And this is a really great year for him because SpaceX itself has launched so many trips to outer space. Unbelievable. Never happened in the history of mankind. And that's the reason why he come back to really the core value that we all should believe in. Stay at home has tricked people into thinking that they don't actually need to work hard. It's very true. I dealt with this issue with the people I come across, the people I train, with so many outreach out there that they think that, oh, COVID-19 is my excuse for me to stay at home. I don't need to go out and work hard anymore. Very wrong. And you know, Elon Musk is where he is today because he believes in the virtue of working hard. He's literally planted himself at the gigafactory.
Yeah.
So that every worker will know boss is here. We gotta wake up our lazy idea. We gotta really make things work. And that's how he survived 3 years of hell before Tesla was able to produce the first 1 million cars. So this is a great quote, Richard. Well, back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. So, well, the next question I want to ask you is the one that we touched last week. That is the crash of Luna and UST, right? So my question to you is that Dukun, the founder, want to revive Luna again, and he came out with this idea, got everybody to vote, and finally he launched Terra 2.0 on Friday, and he kind of airdrop to many people and etc. etc. So my question to you, what actually is Terra 2.0, and what's the utility of the coin? Is there any use of the coin, and does it help those former Luna investor at all?
Yes, this is a very interesting topic, I would say, Richard, because I got not very pleasant things to say about the people behind Terra. And there are 3 important points we need to take away from this important lesson. Number 1, Terra collapsed. Luna has also collapsed. And for those of you still not waken up to the to the idea of what it means when we say they have literally collapsed, right? So I mean, we got to look at it really visually to capture the imagination, because until today, we don't hear a single accountability. That's bad. You cannot whitewash something so dramatic that's happened, keep quiet, and then launch a new campaign. That's what he's trying to do right now. It's called whitewashing, all right? So let me show all of us the real value of a collapse. This is Terra. Supposedly 1-to-1 parity against US dollar. They lost the peg, and they kind of created an algorithmic stable coin with no real backing of any real asset. Whether they bought gold, they bought US dollars, what did they buy? They have nothing at all, right? It's just algorithmic. It's just an equation. And right now it's trading at 0.03. It's supposed to be $1. This is the Terra dollar. And let us also not forget the Luna coin. This is the Luna coin, went to an all-time high, $110. Today is 0.000134. All right? So 3 takeaways. And I'm going to come to that really soon. First of all, of course, just kind of a flash out. This is the thing that he's trying to whitewash right now. Oh, Terra 2.0 is out. We're going to do an airdrop. You're going to get my airdrop for free. And, you know, those are the things that's hottest right now on Twitter. Number 1 takeaway lesson. He has not explained himself when the Terra dollar UST and Luna collapsed, where the hell the 80,000 Bitcoin went to. Physical 80,000 Bitcoins disappeared into 2 wallets, went into 2 exchanges. One is Binance, the other one is Gemini. No one came out to explain where is the money right now. All right? So for not explaining that, I straight away take it at this project should be considered fraudulent, and then government regulators should go after them to give accountability to the public. You cannot lose billions of dollars and keep quiet and try to get the community excited about something new. There's no such thing. If this were to happen in the stock market, this guy will be arrested, passport impounded, and then public prosecutor will charge him in court. But it just so happened he's in the gray la-la land called the crypto world. And the jurisdiction are unclear how to go after him. That is the first takeaway. And the second takeaway is that, yes, you give people airdrop to start a new project. And I want all of you go to Twitter and search, all right? How many such tweets out there that claim that, hey, I lost 250,000 in Luna and finally got an airdrop of $40. There are real people who lost money. So what? You get an airdrop of $10, $50, $20. That's nonsense. That's utter nonsense. And the people who are pumping the airdrop right now are those who profited from Luna and those who profited from Terra. They don't mind to continue the musical chair. They are making so much money out of the ordinary man. Those who are slow, sorry, you lost the money. And those who made the money will want to keep the dream going on, will keep the musical chair going on. That's the second takeaway. And the third takeaway is this. Why are the exchanges supporting Terra? Have anyone even asked, why would the exchange allow Terra 2.0 to be airdropped on their platform? Because you need to understand the business of the crypto exchanges. The business is based on transactions. Every time you buy, sell any damn thing, they'll make money. They don't care what you are buying and selling. They're complicit. They don't take the social responsibility to say, hey, you have not answered yet. You know, what the heck happened to 80,000 Bitcoin that just disappeared? And then now you're launching the new project. I'm here to support you again. No, that's complicit. Kind of I find very disgusted that exchanges allow this to happen because we have no closure yet on accountability. If this happens in a traditional market that's regulated, game over for them. So they are coming together to show a strong front. We want to support a great project, but monies have been lost to ordinary people, and 80,000 Bitcoin still not accountable for. And that's something that I got nothing nice to say about this project. Back to you, Richard.
Well, thank you, Dr. Clemen. And for those of you who have invested in Luna, I think maybe, you know, this is a lesson. You just have to move on. Not much that we can do about it. Yeah. So let's go to question number 3, Dr. Clemen. There is an article here that talk about JP Morgan, right? They are one of their intelligent analysts. I have an article that says that we have to drop real estate for crypto, and that crypto is trading at 30% discount. So that's how I interpret it, lah. But so how do you interpret it? That is it that Bitcoin is cheap now? And what is your comment on their report?
Yes, this is fascinating stuff for JP Morgan to drop real estate and then turn over to buy crypto. But the problem is, do we really know they have operationalized it and transactions have really taken place? Or is it just proclaim in words, test the market, get the ground feedback, and then step 2, really put into motion? So we really cannot tell one. This is very, very high level, but it's good they kind of came out of a headline that goes like this. And then if we go down right over here in the same article, the founder of the company, I mean, the big boss, we call it the big boss, all right? So right over here, JP Morgan CEO, he actually the one that went all out to criticize Bitcoin. Jamie Dimon, all right? Very, very harsh on Bitcoin. In fact, he went to extend to call Bitcoin a fraud. So I was dealing with this issue recently when I met up with my students, and the question of fraud right now has been put to rest. 3 things to take away from this, all right? Number 1, in March, for the first time, for a sitting president of United States of America, he has kind of explicitly and implicitly given the green light when he published an executive order to study what is called digital assets. That is the green light already, all right? And that green light is reinforced, number 2, from the last year approval of the Bitcoin futures ETF. That was approved by Securities Exchange Commission. So for anyone right out there watching this video and you still call Bitcoin a fraud, you will be defined as a nincompoop with very low intelligence, because the government has already given the green light. That's something that all of you really need to master, the knowledge and to know the trail events. In fact, Fed Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, he said, no, we are not going to ban Bitcoin, official statement. Second point, in April, in the middle of the Miami Bitcoin conference, Janet Yellen, who is the Treasury Secretary, came out to define what is known as trusted money. And she went on to expound about digital currency. why the government has to look into central bank digital currency known as CBDC. And that's the reason why, again, kind of a firm up the ground for us to look at this space really seriously as an investor. So the issue of fraud is no longer debatable. It is granted, it's green light all the way. So for anyone who still bring up this point, sorry, you're out of the league, nothing to discuss with you. Point number 3, now more and more financial institutions are gearing up. I will use the word gearing up, they are not full force yet, because the real allocation of funds, what we call it as AUM, asset under management, is that every fund manager out there, from pension funds, retirement funds, sovereign wealth funds, family office, you should be allocating between 1 to 3% of your asset under management into digital assets. And the strongest digital assets of them all that will prevent another collapse like a algorithmic stablecoin that Docon kind of boasted about it, is what we call a centralized coin, decentralized coin. And the only single decentralized coin in the world is none other than Bitcoin. No one can mess with it. No one can dictate 80,000 Bitcoin flow to these 2 wallets. No one can play games with it and hide behind multiple blockchain wallets. That is what Bitcoin has to offer. That's the reason why it's so exciting. So institutions are gearing up and they have to sell out something, get the cash to buy into these new digital assets that we are talking about. And in the case of JP Morgan, they're letting go their property assets to get into cryptocurrency. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you. Well, it's quite interesting to see that, you know, the staff may not have the same opinion as their boss, you know, but so that is quite good, you know. I mean, like, everybody has their own mind. Now, Dr. Clemen, there is an article about this billionaire Tim Draper. Now, he has stated that he expects Bitcoin to rise to $250,000. Well, we all have been struggling right now that Bitcoin is around $30,000. For Bitcoin to hit $250,000, it would have to appreciate by more than 800%, between 800 to 900%, 860% to be exact now. So that is a huge task, you know, for Bitcoin to go 800%. My question to you, Dr. Clemen, is that who is this Dream Draper, right? Has he ever made any prediction before? And if he has, what happened then? Has he got any credibility to make a statement like that?
This is a fascinating stuff, Richard. You know, it's a kind of a deja vu. I was sharing this particular text. Tim Draper background came from this. The very first auction by the US government, when they kind of seized and confiscated Bitcoin, guess what? It was all acquired by Tim Draper. He bought the ultimate winner of all 10 blocks of the auction. In total, he paid $19 million for 29,657 Bitcoin. That back then, when he paid for this, Bitcoin was only trading at $600 per coin. So instantly he became like a multi-billionaire. And for that, he started the Tim Draper Dragon Fund, all right? And today, this is the article. In fact, they just put him on CNBC very, very recently. And he went on to say, hey, I expect the price of Bitcoin to shoot to 250,000 for someone who owns it at $600 per coin. All right. Now, what is the main reason? The main reason he put out is women will take Bitcoin to 250,000. As long as women start to have a Bitcoin wallets and they will be buying things with Bitcoin, there you go. Price will shoot up. So when he brought up this point, it came to my mind. Right now in the world of Twitter, the hottest woman doing all the work about Bitcoin is none other than this lady right here. Her name is Natalie Brunel. And she did many interesting interviews, from Michael Saylor to the recent interview with Jeff, and really, really fascinating stuff. Women coming to the space, taking the lead, and then try to engage the communities out there to go into Bitcoin. And that kind of affirmed this statement that Tim Draper has been talking about. Women will be the one taking the lead, all right? Now, then in the same article, will Tim Draper be proven wrong? So, what is the real timeline that really everybody is aiming at, all right? So, kind of, you read right over here, it's worth noting that Draper is not restricting himself to the 2022 timeline, as the target might instead be achieved in early 2023. Actually, everyone is just looking at one single date. And the single date is found right here. It is called 6th of July, 2022. This is the date that all of us are monitoring right now. I think we covered in our previous videos. That's where, you know, we have Grayscale applying the Securities Exchange to convert GBTC into what we call a Bitcoin spot ETF. This is the one that has the highest chance to get approved. And in the event SEC still rejects this application, then the next one I think that has a high chance is the application made by Katie Woods. Her deadline is coming up in January 2023. So there are multiple applications right now for the Bitcoin spot ETF. This is the truly gatekeeper that open up the floodgates of money that flow into acquiring the actual spot Bitcoin itself. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. We are not done with prediction yet, okay? Now, Plan B was the hottest crypto analyst last year because several of his predictions, you know, were very, very accurate, except for the last one in November. So he hit the prediction a couple of times, and then he kind of disappeared, you know, for a while. But now he's back. This time he has a new metric. Can you share with us what is his new metric saying?
Yes, absolutely. So Plan B has been really like kind of a hot analyst, like Oracle, right? He's making so many predictions that came true from the third Bitcoin halving until today. So what I want to show all of you guys is something quite important. And here we go. Bitcoin to 500,000 by when? This is the hot topic. In fact, if you put 500,000 to Michael Saylor, he will tell you you're too conservative. If you tell him 1 million, he will still tell you too conservative. His target is 10 million, all right?
Wow.
My target is 1 million, and I think he got a much larger capacity than I do, so it's a $10 million target for per Bitcoin. And I want to bring out this really, really important right over here, and I hope I got it right. Okay, I found it, okay? So let's start off with here. What is the thesis by Plan B? All right. It says over here, according to their stock to flow model, right over here, he's saying that seems to fit better than later 100,000 update. Interestingly, a refit based on 18 million average stock to flow ratio and 3 years new data confirms the original model. The bad news, 100,000 was probably too high. The good news, the model still points to 500,000 after 2024 Bitcoin halving event. So what I want to do right now is to show everybody when is the 2024 Bitcoin halving event. It is shown right here. We are counting down exactly 1 year, 299 days to be exact. That'll be happening on 24th of March, 2024. All right. So this date is the one that everybody is aiming at. So you can have a near-term date, July 2022, and then you can stretch it over to January 2023, kind of so many guys on the pipeline to waiting for approval of the Bitcoin spot ETF. And then you come right there into March 2024, that is the year whereby the new President of United States of America will be elected in November 2024. So many things happening at the same time. And if you remember correctly, 2023 in October, what is the big event? Elon Musk predicted the recession. And that kind of flow in line with what we've seen on the inverted yield curve typically precedes 18 to 24 months later, a recession in the market. So if we put all this together, the real question we should ask ourselves is, when would Bitcoin decouple from the stock market performance? When would Bitcoin decouple from the stock market performance? I think the answer lies in this. The day that Bitcoin spot ETF has been approved, straight away, Bitcoin will no longer flow up and down according to the stock market performance. And it will turn on, one goes up extreme, one goes down the other extreme. That is the decoupling effect. And this is really fascinating stuff. Most of you probably have not gone through a Bitcoin halving event. I was very fortunate to be involved on 12th of May 2020. That was the third Bitcoin halving event. That day itself set the all-time lowest price until today. We bought it at 8,000 per coin, and look at the price today. So the next time you want to set the floor price for Bitcoin, that will be the day one of the fourth Bitcoin halving event taking place in 2024. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Well, Dr. Clemen, we come to the last question for this session of Bitcoin Journey to 100,000. And we want to touch on the word #1 champion of Bitcoin, none other than Michael Saylor. So in his latest interview, Michael Saylor said this. He said that he will be buying Bitcoin at the top forever, and whenever he has some spare cash. Bitcoin is the most certain thing in a very uncertain world. So Dr. Clemen, what do you think of his statement and comment?
In fact, Richard, Michael Saylor lived up exactly to what he said. He's always averaging up. I say again, he's always averaging up, not averaging down. His first exposure to Bitcoin was in September 2020. All right, 9 minus 5. I mean, he was 4 months later after me. I was trading on the same day as Paul Tudor Jones. And then he came in the month of September. His average price was $10,000 per coin. All right. And he has been buying more and more Bitcoin as the price of Bitcoin shot up. To the extent, Michael Saylor's average price, or what we call the break-even price, is $30,700. So ladies and gentlemen, good news to all of you today, because if you trade today and buy Bitcoin, you are paying for the same price exactly as what Michael Saylor paid all this time. So I want to kind of bring out this big price, which is $30,700. This is the Michael Saylor average price. And right now, we are trading just below him, $30,638. Now, you may just want to buy at $30,699 for the fun of it, that you can tell the whole world you bought below Michael Saylor. And I can tell you, you'll beat him forever. Because why? As the price goes up, he will buy more Bitcoin. He will not buy when it's down, but he'll buy more when it's going up. That is the really fascinating thing about Michael Saylor. And guess what? You are witnessing a recent price movement right here. And we kind of get really excited. We work on the data and we say, hey, I think there's some pump in the market going on. And then we are looking at this golden opportunity. Back to you, Richard.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Clemen. Well, we have finished today's Bitcoin Journey to 100,000. And we want you to share with us one of your, because we are going to meet again next week. So can you share with us a wisdom so that we can meet again next week?
And Richard, you know, this is the month that is the most important month for all the chaos that happened since the start of January until today. Now, let's recap what we have gone through. Number one, we face all-time historical high inflation rate. Over the last 20 years, never seen before, inflation at 8.5%, and the last month was 8.3%. And as a consequence of that, number two, the government has raised interest rates for the first time over the last 10 years. That is mama. And the first time they raised 25 basis points, second time 50 basis points, and we expect in June, they raise again another 50 basis points, all right? That will bring all the way to 1.25%. This is not a small number. You need a big number to bring down the hot inflation. As a result, number three, in the middle of all this chaos, we still have the invasion of Ukraine by Russia. And Putin is not letting go. He's fighting on. He's dragging the war. Everybody's scratching their heads. What the heck is going on? There's no end to this war. It will keep fighting on. All right. And in the middle of the war, number 4, we face the isolation of China. China locked down Shanghai, locked down Beijing. Everybody instructed to work from home. Can you believe that? A government instructing you to work from home. And that is why the supply chain kind of jam up all across the world, because China is the heart of the manufacturing. And in the midst of all this, we face the inverted yield curve, kind of spook everybody out. So we have 5 eyes right now. So how should we position it? I want to show all of you a very, very important date, and that is the release calendar for the month of June. We want to see inflation data dropping below 8%. And the only chance for us to see it next month is right here on this date. We are pointing at 10th of June. And on 10th of June, this is the date at 8:30. And I'm looking at my calendar right now, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, they will announce the inflation data for the entire month of May 2022. This is going to be the key master stroke to change everything right now. What do I mean by that? If the inflation data falls below 8%, straight away, we're going to have a major crazy rally in the entire market, starting from stocks market, options market, all the way to cryptos market. And when people feel kind of a euphoria and feel confident, money will return back to the market. So today, there's kind of a little indication for Bitcoin. First time we popped above 30,000. Right now, getting near to Michael Saylor price, 30,700. The stock market, we had a good rally on Friday. Today, the market is closed for Memorial Day. Tomorrow, Tuesday, the market will open up, and let's see how this plays out all the way to 10th of June. So everybody really need to watch out closely and stay close to our YouTube video series and really hang on in there, because there's so many changes in the marketplace. But for goodness sake, please don't throw your hard-earned money into Terra or into Luna, because they have not answered all the claims and not given an accountability to what has happened. That's my summary for this week.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, we do our best to research facts and data from the market and present to every one of you. With the facts and data, you can make an informed decision for your financial future. We remain bullish on Bitcoin. Secret to success is to wake up early, work hard, and own Bitcoin. I wish every one of you a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. Thank you.
We believe that investing in our education
has the highest leverage and is the greatest equalizer.
We believe that time spent among trees is never wasted.
He who plants trees loves others beside himself.
We believe that a small group of committed citizens
can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has.
Regardless of background, everyone can have the same opportunities in education.
We believe that together, everyone achieves more.
We believe that real leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders.
We believe that we can learn from our competitors.
We believe that women work harder, do better, and are more committed.
We believe Earth is where we all meet,
where we all have a mutual interest. It is the one thing all of us share.
We believe that trees and forests are the lungs of our land,
purifying the air and giving fresh strength to our people.
We believe that happiness is the key to success. If you love what you're doing, you're already successful.
We believe that Earth is a wonderful place and we're fighting for it.
We have a duty to protect it.
We believe in doing what is right, not what is easy.
We believe in anything that is worth doing, we do it with passion and excellence.
Yeah!
We believe that when the market is tough, we can be tougher.
We believe the best product should win, not the best sales pitch.
We believe the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago.
The second best time is now.
We believe that winners are winners because they don't quit.
We believe in making decisions and owning our results.
We believe in innovation to continually provide value to all around us.
We believe that if dreaming is free, then we should dream big.
We believe that if we have knowledge, it's our duty to pass it down.
We believe that learning never ends, and once you stop learning,
you start dying.
We believe that someone sitting in the shade today
because someone planted a tree long time ago.
We believe that one person
or one great idea can change the world.
That's why we believe in helping you grow and succeed.
And with your help, we can change lives globally.
One tree at a time.
we believe.
We believe.
We believe. We believe.
One tree at a time. Thank you for your belief in us.